Hi, family. Okay, so I'm not going to do a lot of talking. Happy Thursday to you. I wanted to show you guys what I'm sewing. I'm actually working on a maxi skirt today, and for some reason, so many people think that I don't actually sew, but I do. I actually do sew. Every single skirt that goes out has my handprint on it. I'm rocking my Miss Jessie's t-shirt today. Love them. And so I'm going to finish a maxi skirt that I'm shipping out today. And it is this really, really pretty African print fabric. I absolutely love it. I almost want to call my client and tell her, you cannot have this skirt because this fabric is just, I just love it. Let me know what you guys think. I made it into a pleated maxi, and now I'm just putting the finishing touches on it and putting a hem. So you always want to start your hem at the seam if you can, because this way you can hide the this way you'll be able to hide the stitch a little better. So you always want to try to start this at the seam. Start your hem at the seam. I'm sewing on the wrong side of the skirt, meaning on the inside, but I'm actually stitching on the right side of the fabric because I folded it over. So I'm going to change the camera so that you guys can see my hand, so you can see how I folded the hem over, and then we're going to start sewing. All right? So let me know if you guys can hear. I need a thumbs up if you can actually hear. So to put the hem in the skirt, let me take a couple of the pins out. You can hear? Okay, good. So I did a 1/4 inch hem. So that means that I folded it over a 1/4 inch, and then I folded it over again. So I folded it over, and this is the hem. This is the inside of the fabric. This is the outside. This is the inside of the fabric. So I'm folding over, so now I can see the outside print on the inside of the fabric, and I'm going to fold it over again. And then always pin. Some people don't, but you know what? Pinning is my friend, and so I'm going to pin it. And then I'm going to put it on my sewing machine. The goal is for me to stitch as close to this edge as possible. To this inner edge, I want to stitch as close to this inner edge as possible. Don't stitch down here. You want to stitch as close to the edge as possible. That's how you get a nice clean finish on your hem. Let me just turn this so you guys can see a little better. I'm going to lower my needle. I'm not just going to hurl off and start sewing. I'm going to lower my needle so that I can make sure I'm in position, and then I'm going to remove the pin. And I'm just using this as my pin holder. I got this at the hardware store because it just seems to hold the pins a lot better. So this is what I'm using to do my hem. Can you guys give me a thumbs up if you can hear? I need to know that you can hear. I need to be sure that you guys can actually hear me. Yes, thank you. Okay, so I'm going to stitch forward just a little bit, and then I'm going to back stitch. You always want to back stitch so that you can lock in your stitch. Okay, and then if you guys have any questions, I'll answer them if you want to type them below. So I'm just going to stay stitching very close to the edge. Do not remove those pins early. The pins have a purpose. Their purpose is to hold your fabric in place. And when you're hemming a skirt this big, you definitely don't want to, you want to keep your hem nice and clean. So leave the pins in there until it's time. Taking the next pin out. There's no hurry. There's no hurry. Don't try to go fast like anybody else. Go at your own tempo. So take your time. Take the pin out, pause, stop, lift your foot. Sorry about that, guys. Make sure you invite a friend. Tell them that we're live. Okay, so I have to rethread. So you can see that things do happen. Things happen. My thread broke, so I'm going to rethread this. Rethreading my machine. And I'm just going to keep going. Make sure I'm at a good starting point. Lower my needle back down. And I think the reason why the thread came out is because I actually hit a pin. So that was not good, my friend. That was not good. So if you're just tuning in, we are hemming a skirt that I'm sending out today. With this beautiful African print fabric. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I want to keep it. I'm having customer envy right now. You want to make sure you find a thread that matches as best as you can to your fabric. This fabric has a lot of colors in it. I wanted to stick with black just to kind of keep it simple. You guys see, okay? Let me just readjust this. Okay. And you just keep going around until you get done. Usually by this time with the skirt, I'm celebrating because that means that, you know, I'm at the end. So I'm excited. Here comes another pin. I'm taking it out. Don't try to sew super fast unless you're comfortable. There's no rush. Nobody's watching you. Just do what you can. Take your time. Pause. Take the pins out. I'm sewing, trying to sew very close to the inside of where I had the fold for the seam. I want to stay close to there, not the end of the skirt, because that means that this will flat back. You want to sew close to here. I know, Amita, this print is amazing. Right when I was holding it up yesterday, I wanted to tell the client, you cannot have this skirt. I got to keep this one. So if you guys have any questions, also let me know, because I'm almost at the end of the hem. And when I get to the end of that, I'm going to put the camera back on me and answer any questions that you guys have. Okay. And you know what? Okay, I wanted to show you guys the hem, with the finished hem. You can see the hem there on the inside. So I'm taking it out just because I want to. Sometimes I like to just go through and check to make sure everything's in place. And I see a couple places where I just want to adjust it a little bit. So that is how I do my hems. I'm using a Brother machine today. That's how I do my hems. Let me know if you guys have any questions on anything. I'm happy to answer. If you like this fabric, I actually sell fabric. I know, right? Because I always get so many requests for the actual fabric that I'm using on the garments. So all the fabrics that you see me post for the skirts that I make, you can actually buy the fabric. I'll post a link down below. But this is the skirt. She is finished. And she is hemmed. I did an invisible zipper. The goal of an invisible zipper is for you not to be able to see it. So it's in there. I may do a tutorial on how to do the invisible zipper, but you want to make sure that everything lines up right here. You want to make sure that the zipper is not visible. You want to make sure that it's nice and pressed. Doesn't matter what color thread you use to finish your hem. Well, on this particular skirt, you see it has a lot of colors in it. I really could have done the hem probably in, I probably could have done it in orange. I could have done it in dark blue. But to me, it already just had so much going on that I chose to do black. If I was doing, to me, you should do your best to match the fabric as best as you can, or something that complements the fabric. Sometimes I'll do what the color of the lining is. If the lining is orange, that means I chose that lining because it goes with the skirt for some reason. But usually I just use a white lining or a black lining, so it kind of doesn't matter. But I would go, black is always safe and white is always safe. Those are always safe choices. So yeah, I would say go with that. And then after that, you want to go through, you see this thread hanging right here. You want to go through and clip any loose threads, being careful not to actually clip the seam, and then give it a nice press. You can give this a nice press that just gives you an even more crisp, clean finish. These pins that I'm using, I was using these pins. And I thought that I needed to use them because they were small and wouldn't leave a hole. But when I would hold the fabric up, this is not really securing the fabric firmly enough. So I purchased some dressmaker pins. You can see the difference. Much bigger, much wider. These are good for your fabrics, your cottons and things like that, because after you pinned it together, you want it to hold in place. So this is what I purchased. It was like $15 at Joann's. I posted in the group, if you're in the group, I posted a coupon. There's a 60% off coupon right now. You can go and get these. They're $15. Use your coupon. Get them for 60% off, okay? Today, I would also, with that 60% off coupon, I would also purchase lining. I would purchase, those are some things that like you can never go wrong with. You're always going to need those. Lining, pins. I would purchase scissors, a really, really good pair of scissors. I don't have my scissors over here to show you all, but scissors matter when you're cutting your fabric. You can buy some very inexpensive scissors to cut your patterns and to cut your paper and elastic and all that stuff. But for your actual fabric, you need good, clean, sharp scissors. You'll see a very big difference when you're sewing when you do that. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what other tutorials that you would like to see. I think we're going to do the invisible zipper next, and also show you guys how to make a skirt from beginning to end. So if you're watching this on the replay, make sure you share it. All right. God bless.